Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Learn Academic English. In today's video, I'm going to give you a grammar lesson about causative verbs. Causative verbs are super common in English, but there are a couple of rules that make them a little bit tricky. After I explain the rules, I'm going to give you some examples, and then at the end of the video, we'll take a little quiz. And make sure that you come back for a part 2, another video that I'm going to do about passive causatives next time. So first of all, what are causative verbs? Causative verbs are verbs that show that someone causes or influences someone to do something. So again, it's the idea that one person influences or causes another person to do something. That's why they're called causative verbs, because they show cause and effect. So 3 common causative verbs are make, let, and have. But in a couple minutes, I'm going to show you 2 more, get and help. So first, let's take a look at the grammar for these verbs. For have, let, and make, we're going to use the same rule. That is that you have the verb plus the object, which is the person, and then the base form of the next verb. For example, my boss had me redo the work. So my boss is the person who influenced or caused me to do something. My boss had me do what? Redo the work. Notice that this verb is the main verb of the sentence, and that's the verb that's going to show the time. In this sentence, it's past tense because maybe I'm talking about yesterday or last week. Then it shows the object, the person that was influenced to do something. And then finally, we have the base form of the verb, which here is redo. And that is the thing that my boss influenced me to do. So again, my boss had me redo the work. My boss influenced me or pushed me to do it. Notice that the verb have in the causative form means to require or to ask someone. The next one, my mom had me call the company. This is an example of using this to mean to ask someone to do something. My mom had me call the company. She asked me to do it, and I did it for her. Again, notice that this one is in the past tense, but this could be in the present, in the future, present perfect, any verb tense here. And then here's the object, and here is the action that I did. And notice that this one is always going to be the base form. Okay, the next one is let someone do something, and that is to allow or to permit. For example, I rarely let my kids stay up late. So here I'm using the simple present to talk about what's generally true. Then my kids is the object, and stay up is the base form of the verb that they do. Or American bosses don't let staff arrive late. So here we have the main verb of the sentence, let, and we have the object, which is the people, and then the action. That's in the base form. What does this mean? This means that I don't allow or permit my kids to stay up late, or American bosses don't permit their staff to arrive late. Now notice if I use these verbs, I'm going to have to use to here. But for these causative verbs, it's the base form. And this is what makes the grammar tricky, that there's no to here. Okay, and the next one, to make someone do something is to cause, force, or require. So this definitely has a stronger meaning that you're forcing someone to do something. For example, I make my kids do their homework after school. So I force them to do it. I require them to do it. Or that movie made me think of my hometown. Now this is a common use of this causative make, and it means that it caused me to do something. It made me think of. Or I can say, looking at that pie makes me feel hungry. It causes me to feel something. Okay, before we move on to the other examples and the quiz, we're going to look at 2 more causative verbs. The next causative verb that we're going to look at is get. And this one you have to pay attention because the grammar is different from the last ones we looked at. For get, you're going to use get plus the object or the person, and then the infinitive, to plus the verb. The last ones we looked at, we didn't use to, but for this one we need to use to. And this means to persuade or cause someone to do something. It's similar to have that we looked at last time. For example, I got my kids to help me clean the house. I persuaded them to do it. Probably they didn't really want to, but I persuaded them. This is softer than make. If I say I made them do it, it means that I forced them. Or, can I get you to reconsider your decision? Again, this would mean, can I persuade you to reconsider? It's, again, softer. It's not impolite. And the last one is help. And help is a little bit tricky because we have two possibilities. We use help plus the object, and then we can use either the infinitive with to, or we can use the base form. Doesn't matter, we can use both. And of course, you know what this means. It means to assist or guide or help someone to do something. For example, I helped her register for classes. So here we have the main verb in the past tense, we have the object, which is the person, and then we have the verb register in the base form. Or, he always helps me to study for tests. So here we have help in simple present, the object, and the verb in the infinitive. To be honest, the more common form is the one with the base form because it's shorter, it's simpler, it's easier to say, but again, you can use both. We also want to notice what are some common mistakes with causative verbs. One common mistake is that there should be no ed on the second verb. For example, he helped me finish the report. So this verb is in the past tense because this situation happened in the past, but this verb needs to be in the base form. This is the main verb of the sentence, and this one does not have any tense. So we need to take off that ed. He helped me finish the report. In the second one, there is no to for make, have, and let. This is a common mistake because a lot of English learners remember that when we have a second verb, no, not the main verb, but for example, I want to do something, the second verb, then it's usually the infinitive, but not with these verbs. These verbs don't take to. So if we look at this one, she made me to do it. She made me to do it. That's a mistake. This is the main verb of the sentence, and this verb always is in the base form, no to. Okay, let's look at a few examples, and then we're going to take our quiz. To practice these causative verbs, let's look at some questions, and you can practice answering them. I will also give you my example answers. First, what is something your parents made you do? Remember that to make someone do something is to force them or require them to do it. Well, my parents made me do my homework before dinner. Second, did your parents let you stay out late when you were a teenager? Remember, let means to allow or permit. For me, yes, my parents let me stay out late when I was a teenager, but only sometimes. What does this verb stay out late mean? Stay out means to go out and stay out, like if you are out somewhere hanging out with your friends. This is different from stay up. Stay up means to stay awake. Stay out means to go out and stay outside. Okay, the next one. Does your family help you pay the bills? This verb help, remember we can use help you to pay or help you pay. For me, I'm going to say, no, my family does not help me pay the bills. Next, what is something your first boss made you do? My first boss made me work on holidays. I worked at a movie theater and I was required to work on holidays. My boss made me work on holidays. Next, do local businesses let you enter without a mask? Do they permit you to enter? Here, no. Local businesses do not let me enter without a mask. We have a mask mandate in Sacramento County, and we are not allowed to enter a business without a mask. Next, what makes you feel happy? What makes you feel happy? What causes you to feel happy? For me right now, seeing the fall colors on the trees makes me feel happy. And last, do schools let kids wear whatever they want in your country? Here in the US, most schools, yes. Most schools let kids wear whatever they want because most schools don't require uniforms here. I'm going to leave these questions in the description box below and you can answer them in the comments. I would love to see your answers. Before we stop, let's take a quick quiz. Let's check your knowledge with a quick quiz. I have 5 sentences and you need to fill in the sentences with the correct verb. We're going to try using get, help, have, make, or let. How about the first one? Did you them to say yes? You can imagine the meaning means that we needed to persuade or cause someone to say yes. And there's a clue here about what the correct answer is. We have to, and which of these verbs can we use to? We can use to with get or help. So which one is the best one here? Get. Did you get them to say yes? Did you persuade them to say yes? Next, your picture me feel happy. So that caused me to feel happy. Your picture made me feel happy. My friends, me study for the test. So think about the meaning. Did my friends force me to study? Probably not. So maybe we could say my friends helped me study for the test. We could use have here, meaning that they pushed me to do it. They caused me or influenced me to do it. My friends had me study for the test, but probably your friends are not going to really do that too much. It is possible, but I would probably say helped. Next, my kids do chores. So think about chores. Chores are things like vacuuming, cleaning the kitchen, cleaning the toilets. It's not very fun work. So I could say here, I have my kids do chores, or to show a stronger meaning, I could say, I make my kids do chores. And finally, my students turn in late work. So I don't really want them to turn in late work, but if they need more time, I allow them to turn in late work. So I'm going to say here, I let my students turn in late work. So don't forget to answer some of those questions in the comments below and let me know if you have any questions about causative verbs. Make sure to give this video a like if you found it helpful and subscribe if you have not already and you want more lessons like this one. And don't forget to come back and see part 2 about passive causative verbs. Have a great day, take care, and I'll see you soon.